God. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Well, like the first minute's going to be like me just fixing up the camera. And there we go.
When the parents came home from church, all their children were gone. They searched and called for them, they cried and begged, but it was all to no avail. The children have never been seen again. I have to get out of here and find out what this ticket is about.
What is happening, guys? Jack is back, bringing you today part 9 of my Heavy Rain playthrough. We have to find out what this ticket means by going to the car. Now, in this level, there are a couple of trophies that you can get, whereas to get to your car without alerting the paparazzi is one of them. And then when we get to the actual place, I will say the other ones. So we're going down this side route here. So look, they don't even suspect that thing. They don't even suspect that we are Ethan Mars. So now we're at the place where what this ticket means. At a train station. Now he's freaking out again because there are too many people in the crowd, so I guess like he's a little bit, you know.
Gonna have to make it through the crowd. I can't take crowd. I'm just not gonna make it. I'm tightening up. I can't go on. The luggage lockers. They're on the other side of the station.
Well, he walks really, really slowly.
Maybe I could come back later. I can't make it. Too many people. Too many people.
Alright, so now he's totally freaking out, so we have to control him to walk by shaking the controller up and down. And then we have to hold buttons. People don't give a shit. If we're in a vegetated state. Alright, so he's in like limbo mode at the moment, where everyone has froze. And if he knocks into people, they just flop on the ground. Alright, so now he's just entered mega limbo mode. Jason!
Jason!
Alright, now with this one, there's a trophy to knock down 50 people.
Jason! Jason!
Yeah, it's to like knock down 50 people. So I don't know if I'm gonna hit 50, but there we go. I don't know if I'm gonna hit 50 people, sorry, but because I've already got it, so I'm gonna show you like the basic gist of it.
Jason!
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 Jason! Jason! Ah, so no one's in limbo mode anymore. But we've reached the Luckage Lockers. Luckage Lockers.
The nightmare. The whole thing was just a fucking nightmare. Jason is dead. The lockers. Now I've got to find the right one. Line 18, box number 3.
Line 18, box number 3. So we got to find... Go that way, fool. So we've got to find row 18, which is indicated by the little numbers on the top. Right, so 17 is this way, so if we follow 17, and then we go this way. So it is always the top one, because why would a guy just, you know, crouch down into a locker in a video game? Why? So it's always the top one. Huh, he found a shoebox. Now, what can be in that shoebox? Well, there's that mission over. Level. Kinda. No, we're still going. So we have to remember his room, 207, because that plays out a little bit more in the coming levels of the game.
The box from the locker. What am I going to find inside?
What will you find inside,
I
dude?
took a room in the first motel I saw. A shoebox. What's the connection with Sean's disappearance?
We'll soon find
Am
out.
I the one who put this box in the locker? I don't remember. Gotta open it and find out what's inside.
What will we find inside, guys? Do you know what we're going to find? If you played the game, of course. Some origami figures, a gun, and a phone. Little origami figures, phone, and a gun. Just make sure it's loaded. Yep, it's loaded. The gun is loaded. So these little origami figures will become Ethan's new friends. Alright, so we got to go to a garage and a parking lot on that street. So, we pick up this little SD card, I guess. We plug it into this phone. I don't know if you can see that on the phone or not. I mean,
How
on this video.
Dad,
Sean.
where are you?
I don't know if you can see that or not,
Cold. Dad.
but Sean is in a well that's slowly filling up with water. If you can't read it on the phone screen, then pause the video and then you can read the subtitles on the top. Which I'm just going to leave it a little bit longer. And now I'm going to put it down. Alright, so now we got to go pick up a car, I guess. And we got to take the gun with us because we don't know what sort of trouble we're going to run into. So now we got to stash this box somewhere. Let's do it under the bed. So that the old housekeeping lady does not, you know, come across it on the table. That would be a bloody nightmare if she came across that. Alright, so that's that level done. Now we're going to move on to Norman Jaden.
The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He doesn't act on impulse, but plans his crimes in a very meticulous fashion. He doesn't have anything personal against the victims. That's why he covers their faces with mud, to make them anonymous.
Why does he kill them if he doesn't have anything against them?
For him, they're more of an image, a symbol. That's probably why he gives them an origami figure and an orchid as gifts to apologize for what he's done to them.
Very interesting. And where does all that get us?
The best way of tracking a predator is to be familiar with his behavior.
That may be true in novels, but there's a child's life at stake here.
Continue, Jaden.
Then I studied the geographical distribution of the murders. Generally, a killer commits his first murder near to where he lives, so he has a safe place to flee to if any complications arise. The more confident he becomes, the further he roams from his base. By analyzing the locations where the victims disappeared, I was able to isolate a zone where the killer might live.
And what size is this, zone?
For the moment, about 10 square miles.
Oh, great. There must be 10,000 people live in that sort of area. You gonna question them one by one?
Oh, screw
It may
you,
not
Blake.
give us the address of the killer, but at least it's something to go on. Blake, if you've got a better plan, I'm willing to listen. Don't be shy. I'm all ears. One detail attracted my attention. The interval between the time when a victim disappears and the time when the body is found ranges from 3 to 5 days. But the rainfall is always at 6 inches, give or take 10%.
What on earth does that mean?
All the victims were drowned in rainwater. The killer kills only in the fall when there is plenty of rain. It could be that he puts them in some sort of well or tank that is open to the skies and that fills up with rainwater. The more it rains, the less time the victim has to live.
So what's next?
There are 2 suspects whose psychological profile might fit and can be connected to the comfort zone. I'd like to question them.
Ah, damn it. We're wasting our time with this bullshit. The killer's out there somewhere. We gotta get off our asses and find him.
The killer is no ordinary murderer. He is intelligent, organized, and methodical. You won't find him by patrolling the streets.
Tell me, Agent Jaden, did you get your vast experience on the job, or did you just fucking read about it in some school book?
Your vast experience hasn't prevented 8 victims from being murdered.
Fucking asshole!
That's enough.
You see, we don't like Blake, so we're gonna just try to reason with him first, and then we are going to go for him.
How much time do we have left?
If the weather forecasts are right, less than 72 hours.
3 days. So now we're going on a lead again. Now, with this level, there are two trophies that you can get where they have different outcomes. Like the first one is to reason with the guy, and the other one is just to shoot him.
There's nobody home.
There is now.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
Call the cops.
What an asshole. Alright, this may seem a little bit dark on the camera, but this whole place is filled with crucifixes.
He's a God-fearing idiot, waiting for the end of the world. We questioned him a few months back because he was causing a disturbance in the park. He was ranting and raving. Said he heard voices. Had this idea in his sick little head that I was the Antichrist. I'd come to Earth to persecute him. Real twisted.
So this guy is a religious nut, basically.
Nathaniel Williams is our prime suspect. He's already been questioned, and he lives in the exact geoprofiling zone. It's stifling in here. Those windows haven't been opened in years.
Exactly. Look at the state of them.
The guy's taking a break from reality, holed up here in this crazy apartment. Well, no warrant, no problem for Blake. He thinks his badge entitles him to do whatever he wants.
Medication?
All the signs of a mystical obsessive neurosis compounded by a persecution complex. You don't have to be a profiler to see he's not a killer. We're wasting our time here.
Hang on, I'm just trying to get out this door, but the camera's bugging with me. Oh my god, this guy needs to clean his plates. So, you know, we're just gonna cruise along, you know, looking at these places, looking at this place. Yeah, he'll be back soon. Definitely. Anytime that this guy wants to come back home. Oh, here he comes.
Good timing, Nathaniel. Just the man we're looking for.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us.
I'm Agent Norman Jaden, FBI. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
As God is my witness, I haven't done anything. I'm innocent.
Relax. Nobody's accusing you of anything. We just want to talk. Where do you work, Nathaniel? You have a job?
My sole occupation is praying to the all-merciful Lord for the salvation of humanity.
Why all the crucifixes? You afraid of something?
The hour is nigh, and the wrath of God shall strike men down. I'm preparing for the end of the world.
Which is now past, by the way.
Nathaniel, do you remember where you were last Tuesday at 4:30 p.m.?
Here. I was here. I was praying. All day.
Wow, 24 hours praying.
Was there anybody
He should,
with you?
you know,
No.
he should provide a service.
No, I was alone.
What about the voices, Nathaniel? Do you still hear the voices? We know who talks to you, don't we, Nathaniel? Well, we both know who talks to you.
Don't speak that name.
Maybe Blake
What does he say
knows
to you,
what he...
Nathaniel?
Blake, what are you doing?
I can't talk about it. You mustn't talk about it.
He orders you to go and find
That's
new
enough.
prey, doesn't
Leave
he?
him alone.
He needs more and more.
Haha, Nathaniel sandwich.
No! You mustn't mention him. You'll bring him here.
Bring who here?
He told you to go and find that kid
Are
in
you
the
out of
park.
your mind?
The voices tormented you all night long. You wanted them to stop, didn't you, Nathaniel?
Stop! Stop! That's enough!
So you obeyed them to make them stop. You took that boy with you and you drowned him. Isn't that right?
No! Stop! Stop!
You killed them, didn't you, Nathaniel? Are you going to confess, you bastard?
You are the Antichrist.
Put down the gun,
I shall
Nathaniel.
dispatch you to your father in hell. He is the son of Satan. He was sent to earth to destroy us. For Christ's sake, shoot!
I'm not going to shoot him.
Calm down, Nathaniel. Nobody here wants to hurt you. Put the gun down. Keep calm. Everything is going to be fine, Nathaniel.
Team, you shall regret confronting the emissary of the Lord. You shall know divine power.
I'm here to help you, Nathaniel. To get rid of the voices in your head. But you have to trust me.
Christ all powerful, defend us in our battle with the forces of evil. Protect us from the cunning and wiles of the demon. May God Almighty manifest the power of his empire. And may divine power cast Satan and all the other spirits that prowl the world in search of souls into the darkest depths of hell.
Dude, take your medication, dude.
Concentrate on my voice, Nathaniel. Listen only to my voice. Back away, slowly. Now drop the gun. Drop it, Nathaniel.
Well, at least these negotiations are better this time round than the previous one.
Put your hands on your head. Turn around.
Motherfucker! In the name of the Lord, I exorcise thee, Satan.
Take your medication,
Okay,
you
freak,
idiot.
the show's over. You're under arrest.
You are under arrest, fool!
Pretty damn cool under the circumstances. I would have just shot him.
I know, but I'm not like
The
you,
gun isn't
Blake.
the answer to every problem, Blake.
Maybe not, but most of the time it helps.
Yeah, most of the time it helps, but not, you know, not now. Right. I think that's going to cut it for today's, today's first part. So, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and, I will be bringing you the next part. I'll be bringing you the next part. Take care.